Gotta get the gray. Get that gray. Yo, what's going on, Brother John? Been a minute. Yo, Gary, Stacy. Ooh, Stacy, you driving most of today's discussion. Stacy said something yesterday. But if y'all can hear me, yeah, hold on. I had to shave. Y'all's gonna have to deal with it. Dude, what the hell is this fool shaving? Listen, if people will watch some fool shaving quicker than they watch the mainstream media because they think they might get something that's a little slightly true, we're in big trouble. I'll see how many people actually get up here and see. Watch me shave. I gotta shave, y'all. I gotta shave. You can't live in a world not fit in, not in America. You gotta fit in. You gotta look decent. Nobody will buy or sell from you unless you look right. Hold on, let me share this so people watch me shave. Let me get all in there. Gotta get the gray. Get the gray. People don't like no old. Can't look old in America. Can't look old. You got to be young. People won't buy or sell. Shoot, my mama called me. He's like, you gonna get married someday. All right, let me see. Let me share this out. Dang it. I'm sharing the video. It's holding up my shaving. Got shaved. Stacy actually, she drove to this conversation. She said something yesterday. She said, I don't know if she even knows what she said. She said they're not gonna bail the banks out this time. I think she's right. I think she was on to something. Between that and the aliens and free energy, and me planting weeds in pots, repotting weeds and other bigger pots, it's all connected. I'm telling you. It's all connected. I got finished shaving though. Hold on, let me share it out to one more page so people watch me shave. Y'all ever see a newscaster shaving? That's what I want to see. I want to go back to ugly newscasters. Can we go back to ugly newscasters? The ones that just like, I'm a normal guy. Normal person. I want to see normal people on the news. I don't want to see any more pretty people. I want to see normal people. I want to see their problems. I want to see old in the face. I want to see wrinkles and problems and challenges. Kids ain't acting right. Stress on the face. Hang on, I'm almost done. Hold on, wait. Gotta get under the chin. Under the chin, gotta get the neck. Because the neck, ain't nobody gonna buy, sell from you unless you get the neck. Gotta get the neck. Look like you was on crack or something. Like you was homeless. You know how Americans do. You homeless, just step over. All right, get that right there. Everybody ain't here yet. Hold on. I want to talk about government too. It all connects together. The whole purpose of government. I'm almost there. Be patient. Just patience. So, all right, decide. Now look, all right. Am I good? Can people buy and sell from me, y'all? Can I make some money? Am I all right? Can I make money in America now? I'm kind of young. Look at that. I might have took a little close. I might have took a few years off my face. Look at that. I gotta get them. Oh, no, I ain't gonna do the mustache. I ain't gonna do the I learned a hard lesson about that mustache. I'm gonna let y'all women know. Y'all not the only ones with problems. You hit the wrong spot. Oh man, you look like saber-tooth tiger with like half a mustache. All you gotta do is hit the wrong hair because all the hairs come from the top. If you just hit the top, then all of it fall away. You just got this gap right here. I'm almost there. Hold on. Wait. You ain't never see brother. Is that brother Chris? You ain't never see brother Chris shaving. You ain't never gonna shave that brother. I can't do it. Chris a young guy. He can have like dreadlocks and all kind of naps on his chin and stuff. And he can get away with it. Y'all watch him. Y'all buy and sell from him because he's a young guy. I ain't a young guy. I'm an old guy. Us old guys, we don't fit in. We don't fit the model. We got to look decent. See how Nikola Tesla? Why'd he get that account with JP Morgan? Clean shaven, good American looking Bosnian. What he bought? No, Croatian. What's he? What slave plantation did he come from? Kosovo, something like that. All right, we go. We good. We're right. All right. I know they're like, Lord, did you actually just share to your page some dude shaving his face, and I got a job to do. I'm living in slavery. I got to go to work. And this idiot on the, what the hell are you sharing? Thank y'all for sharing, by the way. I like scaring your friends. I'm almost ready to go. I got to bring YouTube into it. All right. There we go. I'm going to talk about a couple things today. It's a whole bunch of stuff. I don't have any time. Hold on. Let's get YouTube in here and we'll go. YouTube, maybe they didn't see me shaving. Look at that. Don't look young. I look fresh and clean. That's a song. Fresh and clean. Nope, don't use no aftershave, don't use no razors, none of that mess. All right. Whew. Goodness, I might be at a, all right, here we go. Log in, what's my password? Man, you know, you shave. Actually, there was a study that said that if you shave, you'll remember your passwords a lot sooner. It'll stick in. It's a study. New finding, new study shows that. Oh, I also want to talk about hate speech. That fits in too. Hate speech fits in. There we go, brother. Custon's in the house. Hey, Custon. I shaved just for you, brother. I shaved just for you. Just for you. All right, I'm good to go. I might be able to make some money today, y'all. Might be able to make some money today. Nah, I ain't probably. I'm probably not going to make much. All right. Whew. All right, we good to go? Everybody good? Everybody ready to buy and sell? All right. Whew. All right, where the sound crew? Sound crew, get the background music, check the sound volume so they ain't crying at me. Music is, all right, turn, oh, that's way too loud. Turn that down, 6, there you go, 6, that's 6, there you go. All right. Woo, all right, couple things. My God, I have to write notes. It's just so much, because I read your comments and it's like, it's just too much. I know I got too many friends now to y'all getting deeper and deeper, and it's just making my head pop. Like, I can't remember everything we need to think about. It's just so much. All right, I'm gonna start. I'm slow. Start slow. All right, process it. Okay, couple things from yesterday's discussion. I need to wrap up yesterday, and then Stacy has said something that was on point, spot, and got me thinking. Disclosure of UFOs and aliens will not be coming. People still fussing on that thread now. Your government's not going to tell you about no aliens and no free energy. It's just not going to happen. They're completely redacted Nikola Tesla, and they're not going to tell you. Why? Because why does government exist? What is its purpose? Its purpose actually is fear management. It is fear management software for banks, because banks need human labor all over the planet. Makes perfectly good sense. I gotta slow down because it's just so much. Fear management software. And what is most people scared of? Most people are scared of the fact that they don't have energy, right? Everything's a consumption of energy. If somebody makes a free energy device, if aliens are flying around in ships and free energy is a real thing, then there actually is no purpose for big government. There's actually no purpose for them. Right? Because why is government there? It's to manage us in conflict. Manage conflict, keep you scared. They don't want to make you happy, give you joy and peace and freedom and democracy and liberty. They don't want to give you none of that. Because if you have all of that, you won't be scared. You won't be scared of your neighbor. You won't fight with your neighbor to get rights from them to make you feel safe. So government and media, they're there just to keep you scared. Every day they want to give you something else to be scared of. Why? Because fear is how you control the human being. So they won't disclose any aliens. Don't wait on that. They're not going to tell you about no damn ships, because the only time they'll do that is when they can use that for their advantage. And the advantage would be to get you scared, to get you, I don't know, do something stupid. I don't know. Run from the U.S. Air Force alien ships coming down, zapping you with death engine rays that they were using in California, probably start the wildfires. But anyway. But the whole purpose of government is fear management. So they're not going to tell you about free energy. That's why they banned the actual, I forgot the name of the law, but there's a law in America where they banned, it was an act, and it banned any energy production over a certain amount. Why? Because if you have all the energy you need, that means everybody has a house, everybody has a car, everybody has food, everybody has everything. And this was the problem with Nikola Tesla, right? Problem with Nikola Tesla. He wanted to free the planet. Free energy frees the planet. So, all right. So that wrapped up yesterday's last little thought as y'all was fighting whether or not aliens exist. That's such a funny conversation. I can't even get in those debates. I smile. Sometimes I'll read it like, oh yeah, aliens don't exist. And okay, all right, yeah, they're not coming here. No, okay, yeah, all right. So, but then Stacy said something, had me thinking. She said the next banker bailouts, they're not going to bail the banks out. I was thinking, like, what the hell Stacey talking about? Stacey, you know what you were saying when you said that? You even know what was processing, or you just like, they ain't bailing out the banks. You know, was it like a deep, because it was a deep thought once I thought about it. Because what? The whole purpose of money is human labor. And human labor is going away, right? And the whole purpose of government is to keep humans fearful so they'll keep laboring. But once you have robots and automation, you don't need money. Why don't you need money? Because robots don't buy anything, they don't sell anything. You don't need government because you don't need to be people scared to keep them working. So why would they bail out the banks when they're ready to get rid of everybody? When they're ready for y'all just to go kill each other and they'll go hide in their bunkers, let you shoot everywhere? Because I don't think there's going to be a nuclear war. I don't think there's going to be a nuclear war at all. I don't think they want that. I just think they want everybody else to kill each other. Like if you think about historically what they've always done, it's always about population reduction. Managing that population, keeping them scared and keeping them within manageable amounts. Yeah, I don't see any doomsday in terms of nuclear weapons. I just think it's going to be let everybody kill each other because that's what they are. Government is a fear management software. It's like big pharma, you know, because is big pharma there to help you? They're there to help. Some people still think that. I know. That's some of y'all are going to CVS right now, going, I'd get your drugs right now, going to Walgreens. They're not there to help you. I can't see my comments. Hold on. They're just disease management. They're not there to cure anything. Government's not there to give you freedom and liberty, which, by the way, thank you. I appreciate it. For supporting, defending the Constitution. Attempting a war with Iran. I was thinking about this morning. Iran, they didn't fight Amendment 1, Amendment 2, the Bill of Rights, Constitution. Iran has never extorted money from me. Iran has never acted like a terrorist to me. Iran never said it's going to kill me. Iran never said it's going to put me in prison. Iran never did anything against the Constitution. I was thinking, damn it, they protected the Constitution and my Bill of Rights more than my own government. Like, man, I think I'm kind of fancy on Iran. I think I kind of like Iran a little bit. They didn't even take an oath and they defend the Constitution more than the federal government. Y'all want to go out and vote. It's such a special thing. You know, but just how big pharma's not there to cure anything, because that's stupid. Like they would literally be getting rid of their industry. They'd be getting rid of their jobs. They'd be getting rid of the reason that with the mechanism they use to collect energy. Right. Same reason government's not going to tell you about free energy, and they're going to ban it if anybody creates it, which is why they classify it. Which is why they redacted still like 30% of Nikola Tesla's notes you still can't read, and those are the ones that they released. Well, it makes perfectly good sense to me. They'd literally be shooting themselves in the foot by helping you. See, when government was small, I think maybe it wasn't such fear management. It was just part-time work, whatever. I don't want to do this. Go here. All right, sign something, put your white wig on, get your horse going downtown, and go back to your farm. But now it's big government. Like, I think same thing with little pharma. Like, probably at a time, little pharma was like some little shaman or something with some feathers on his neck or something, some bushes and like a rug or some, I don't know, sheepskin for a skirt or something. And you just go to him and say, Unga Bunga, I'm not feeling good. Unga Bunga go in the woods, get the leaf in the tree with the ants on it and put it with the roots and put it in the poultice or whatever, give it to you. And everybody was good. Little farmer was great. But once you become big farmer, oh no, it's not about curing nobody no more. Now it's about a job. Now it's about collection of energy. You got $1 billion, energy, and then you need to make it 2 billion. Got 2 billion, you need to make 4 billion. Got to compete, climb to the top, just like government. You took one took one Bill of Rights. No, I got to take 2. No. Took 1 amendment, got to take 2. Took 1 right, got to take 3. Took 3, got to take 6. And after a while, their means of collecting more energy is taking more rights and handing them to corporations because corporations are paying more. It's like slave catching. Ooh, let me change my picture. There's a lot of things kind of fitting together in my head. Stacey did this. Which is why I don't think they're going to bail the banks out, because they don't really have a reason for banks once they have automation and robots. And I know the debate, people go right off, because I don't like the debate. I'm not interested. You don't need to think like I think. I don't care. But I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to get my comments up over here. They're not going to bail the banks out because there's no reason for money anymore. Right. And they don't need robots to do your job. What is your job? What is your job? And let me ask you this. Do billionaires come to your job and buy from you? They come for your service and goods. If not, you're not what's called a critical service to the elite. Billionaires, there are truckers all over this nation that say that they're taking millions of tons of food and putting them in these massive underground bunkers for our elites. If you don't actually provide a critical service to them, robots don't have to do your job. All they need is automation robots to do the things that they need. Clean the golf course, I don't know, harvest some caviar. What do the elites do anyway? Fix the jet, but they got the drones for that. All they need are the things that make them happy. Once they got all those things, they can collapse the entire banking system and not care. Like we think, oh, they got something else planned, something's coming. Why? Why do they need something else? If they got the robots to do everything that they need, they don't actually need to uphold your banking system. In fact, it behooves them to do so. It actually is a great idea to let it collapse and replace it with nothing. And let y'all deal with your monkeyism. Let y'all go around and kill each other. So I don't think they're bailing the banks out, because that's not the purpose of government. Government there is to keep us in fear and control us until we're not needed anymore. And the banks will deal with government too. Like, government doesn't get to make it. They politicians, they think they get to make it. They don't get to make it. That's not how central banking works. It's not what Rothschilds and Rockefellers care about. I can post something real quick. I pose this question because this is a part of it too. They got y'all scared of hate speech. Oh my God. Honestly, I sit back, I laugh at this stuff all. They got adults, grown adults, scared of hate speech. Hate speech was a greeting when I was a kid. That's how you said hi to all your friends and the bus driver. I had teachers that greeted me in hate speech. So I got to post this real quick so I can see my comments. I'm asking a question to my friends on Facebook, because this is what Facebook has me thinking about. I know. You know how Facebook asks you, what is on your mind? That's a psyop. That's not a psyop. It's called an experiment. It's a baseline. They put what's on your mind because they control your news feed. And that's what I was thinking about, aliens all day yesterday. I was like, oh man, I was off an alien world yesterday. That's what they had me thinking about, because that's what they started showing me all your posts where y'all were talking about aliens and free energy, not what was on my head. Don't ask me what's on my mind, Facebook. You know exactly what's on my mind because you put it there. And then they're gonna, and then I respond. I tell them what's on my mind, and then what does the AI do? It takes that, puts it in the database. That's all. Look what we got the dummy to do. We got that dummy talking aliens all day. We got that dumb monkey. Fear, control, everything, and then the AI will ask you again, what's on your mind? We are literally in an experiment. All right, hold on, let me post this. I'm asking a question about hate speech. I'll ask y'all why y'all here. Hate speech laws. Do they cure hate speech? Hate speech laws. Hate speech censoring. Do they reduce hate speech? Hate speech laws and censoring at all. Do they reduce hate? Or do they create more hate speech? And do they create more hate? Look at the purpose of these things. Let me post this real quick so I can see my comments. Think about the purpose of things. Think about the purpose of government, and if they want to protect adults, protect adults from hate speech. I don't know. It's funny to me. It's like, everybody run! Hate speech. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. That's hate speech. Kind of launching. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Somebody gonna call me a doo-doo head. Somebody hate speech. Got it. All right, okay, listen, I appreciate my daycare teacher. What did she say? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But they got you scared of other people. And people actually cheer this nonsense now. They cheered censoring hate speech. I'm gonna tell you my perspective. Hate speech banning creates more hate speech. Hate speech is something you resolve, right? Because that person's experiences are real. Their activity isn't so great. But you can fix the problem, but you need to know where the problem's at. You need to hear hate speech. Hate speech is very important, because you know what? We're on hate earth. There's a whole lot of stuff people are supposed to hate right now. And they're supposed to vocalize the things that they hate. All right, hold on, I'm not even ready to go yet. There we go. I had to get my comments. Oh, goodness gracious. Fear sells products. Yes, it does, Stacy. And what are they doing at 2020 election? They selling that fear, girl. They're selling that fear. Oh, here's some fear for you. Get some fear. Oh, Donald Trump. Oh, the Republicans. Oh, the Democrats. Oh, climate change. Oh, healthcare. Oh, you're going to get old. We're not going to take care of you. Oh, they just selling that fear. Everybody's just buying. They're buying and buying. Why? Because it look good. They shaved it. They shaved it. They get it nice and good. They use that AI to find out. What are they scared of? They scared of aliens? What they scared of? AI does all that research, tells you what to think, sees if you're thinking it, puts it in a database. Oh, we know what they're scared of. All right. Now, this is what's going to be my campaign stance on something that just isn't going to happen. All right. Because government's there not to solve your problems. Government's there because you are a problem. The government's there because you want to be free. You want freedom. You want liberty. And that's why the government is there. It's like, I was thinking about slave catchers the other day. I think I had a slave catcher background. Everything is about energy. Everything is about, slavery was about racism. No, it wasn't. You know, before you was a race, before the kings invented the race that you want to keep going and keep calling yourself the race, before the kings invented race, slavery was around. So what was slavery about back then before race? Pre-race, when nobody gave a damn. People running all over the place. And the most prominent Russian poet was an African. I forgot his name. Somebody post his name. But so if slavery wasn't about race, what was slavery about? Well, see, you think it was about racism because that's what the television told you. Stop letting the television tell you. The slavers didn't hate Irish people. They didn't hate African people. They didn't hate dark people. It was just, thank you. Who said that? Brenda? Why are you giving the answer to the test, girl? Money. And what is money? Energy. Slavery was always about energy. Why? Because the lazy kings ain't want to do no work. The lazy 2% kings didn't want to do no work. So they needed people to do the work for them. And so that's what they went and got. Everything is about energy. So think about it like this, like the lion. All right, can we go to the Serengeti? Let me see if I can find a picture. I'm paint a picture. Let me know if you're picking up what I'm putting there. Because the lion, when he sees the buffalo, I think I must find a lion and a buffalo. They get to scruffing. Which buffalo does the lion go for? Lion hunting buffalo. See if I can find a good picture. Let me see. What can I find here? Kruger National Park. Here we go. Here we go. Which buffalo do the lions go? Oh, Lord jeez, look at that. The lion can fly. Yeah, well, hey, energy. The lion gonna die if he doesn't get that buffalo. Does he go for the sickest buffalo? Does he go for the little buffalo? Or does he go for the biggest buffalo that's gonna cause the most problems? Everything is about using as little bit. Yes! Damn it, who telling the answers? Jeannie, did I say this before? He's gonna go for the weakest thing. He's gonna use as little energy as he can. Well, not as she can, because y'all know the lion, the male lion, he don't like to hunt. He get the women to do that for him. But they're gonna use as little energy as possible to eat as much as possible because of this thing called profit, right? It's that thing we call lazy or productivity. You know, why don't the kings work? Why don't the lords work? Why do the banks create, why did Devil Bill create all of this world where you do all the work? Because they're lazy, because they were evolved to consume as much as possible, collect as much energy as possible with as little effort as they can. So why is government still there? Energy. Why it's profitable to keep you scared? Why do they own the mainstream media? Why do they work with social media? To tell you what you've got to be scared of. Why? Because if you're scared, you'll vote. If you're scared, you'll turn on your neighbor. If you're scared, you'll turn on that hate speech. If you're scared, you will get behind them so they don't have to do much work at all. So they're using as little effort as possible and getting a maximum return for the fear. So it actually evolutionary makes sense that the government is there as a fear management system. They're there to keep you scared. Not too scared that you jump off a cliff, and not too happy and free that you don't want them around, but just enough fear. Just enough fear to get you to do what they want you to do. But everything is about the consumption of energy. But this is where we're going. That's what money is for. Control of human labor. So I agree with Stacey. I think that they're going to let the banks collapse when they're ready. Because they don't care anything about you. They don't care anything about your bank account. They don't care anything about your freedom. They don't care anything about your democracy and liberty and your children. They don't care nothing about that. All they care about is what they're supposed to. Energy. Using as little as possible to get as much as possible. The profit difference in between. ROI. Got any geeks in the house? Return on investment. And if they got a media, if they don't actually give you anything, like who was that brother still yelling at me about voting? They're still yelling at me about voting. I'm just like, but they didn't do anything. You are literally giving them energy. You are giving them votes, because a vote is energy. And in voting just isn't at the polls. You know, all kind of different types of votes. But you are literally giving them energy. And they ain't done anything. Nothing. Who am I going to vote for? I'm more likely to vote for Iran. Why? Because Iran is defending my constitution by default. They ain't done nothing to me. That's what it's all about. They defended my Bill of Rights. They haven't done anything at all to me. So that's what I was thinking about. Government. Y'all like your government? Y'all like your government? You know who else who sent me down this path was Jesse Ventura. Watching something from Jesse Ventura the other day. He said his daddy told him. What does daddy tell him? Something like George Carlin said. Something that all of our elders said. Something that your grandparents, I'm sure, said. Something about never trust the government. No, all government are crooks. All politicians are crooks. They all are. Why? Because they're crooked. Why? They use as little as possible to get as much maximum return from you. They're all crooks. They're all crooked. Another example. I was in the garden the other day. Y'all know me, I like the garden. That's just plants, they're just smarter than I am. They're just smarter than me. And here's evidence. Evidence as to why. I posted this the other day. People was laughing at me. I'm okay, y'all laughing at me. I was learning. I learn all the time. So I got I didn't know what I was growing. I grow so much stuff. I didn't know what I was growing. Half the time, I'm just taking seeds out my old pockets, taking seeds out my seed box. I got a seed box with all the packets and things. People send me seeds, and I'm just growing all kinds of stuff. All legal. All legal, though. I don't grow anything illegal. Let's be clear. Don't y'all come over here, because the police sometimes... I see him in my son's porch looking out the back window, because there's a road back there and they can see. I'm sure they got the binoculars trying to see what I'm growing in there. No, it's all legal. It's all legal. Why I grow all legal stuff? But you're supposed to fight against injustice laws and not supposed to follow unjust laws. I know Martin Luther King said that, but I'm not. I have the ability to look at a system and determine what is worth doing and what is not worth doing. It is not worth the energy of growing illegal plants in my country, because all my neighbors, all of them, all the yellow, green ones, blue ones, the black ones, the white ones, all of them, they like to give themselves colors and stuff. Every last one of them, the poor ones, the rich ones, the middle. But I had all a bunch of seeds, and I still can't remember the name of this plant. It's a great example. It fits along with this. Evolving to do as little as possible for the maximum return. Those are the species that makes it. Hang on. It's an example. It's just an example in life. I had to go down. Man, y'all didn't tell me I post this much. Facebook, why y'all make me post this much? Y'all do that. You know, y'all are like an anti-productivity engine. The damn AI doing a study on my brain, controlling me, making me think stuff. Oh, but I got them yesterday, though. Did y'all see that? USS Liberty. I'm still talking about the Liberty. I'm still talking about it. Y'all see that? They found that the Israel correspondence, where the guy, I don't know, it was I don't know if he was flying a plane or the helicopter or the boats or the submarines that was murdering the Americans while the American government didn't give a damn. It was, he said, but sir, it's an American ship. And they responded, his commanding officer said, never mind, hit her. The attack. That still pisses me off. I'll probably be talking about the Liberty for the next one. Because you know what? The first time I found out about the USS Liberty, I almost came to tears. Because even deep down, like I know I'm not American. I'm not. I'm a horrible American. Like I said, I think for myself, I don't believe anything I see on TV and the news. I'm like George Carlin. I don't believe nothing. I'm a horrible American. They need brainwash people to be good Americans. But deep down, these are my countrymen. These are my countrymen. I hate it when y'all abuse me. I don't like no abuse. I don't like when y'all abuse women. I don't like when you abuse men. I don't like when you abuse children. I don't like when you abuse troops. I don't like it when you abuse troops to abuse poor people all around the planet. I don't like none of that. Dang it, I'm still going down. And they abuse those troops. They completely abuse the sailors. All right. Oh my goodness. Facebook, why y'all make me post this? It's just a picture. I want to show them the picture. About energy consumption. There we go. All right, I'm finally down here. Whew, that was a long way to go. Let me just, if I can click on this picture. All right, here we go right here. So check this out. I was replanting, right? It's because I'm growing stuff. It's what I do. And I threw a bunch of seeds in this pot. Somebody gave me this pot. I don't even know. Somebody just dropped the pot. People know I like to grow. They gave me the pot. It's not pot. It's just a pot. It's just the pot. And I put all my seeds in it, right? Well, so after I started, you put a couple hundred seeds in there, and that's how it works if you don't grow. All these seed plants, right? You put a bunch of seeds in there. And you wait for the ones to germinate, that take off. You want to know the one that has the genetics to really shoot through the roof. That's the one that you want to prioritize. Why? Energy. I want to do as little as possible. I want to, you do as little gardening as possible so that plant will grow as tall as it can and make the most fruits it can. And whoever shoots out of the ground first, that tends to be the strongest. And I think the plants know that. I think they know it. You know why? Because I forgot what I planted. I'm still about 60% sure this is what I planted, but I don't know. See, birds like energy too. And the birds, when they see your stuff sprouting, they come on down because they know it's seeds down there. And what do? They eat the seeds because it's delicious and nutritious for them. They want to do as little work as possible. They don't want to get in that damn forest out there with the snakes and frogs and things trying to eat. They want to come find a dummy that's putting stuff in a pot, putting it on its porch, but then get hundreds of seeds in one tray. So they'll come over there and they'll just start picking the seeds out. And while they're picking the seeds out, what do birds do? They get that diarrhea. They get that. So he's abusing me. So I know the government's abusing me, and they're just a fear management system, and birds are an energy management system because it all gets back to energy. So that bird's abusing me, the government's abusing me, but it's not over. It's not yet. And so the bird's pooping all over the tray while he's eating, getting a little diarrhea, pooping out seeds. Why? Because he was eating the native plants, the things that y'all call weeds. Weeds! A higher evolved species in the climate that you're in. One that will grow in all of your pots and all over your garden because it's supposed to be there. Not the crap you get from Home Depot, not the crap you get from Lowe's, and not the crap that I got from somewhere else. I ain't gonna say where I got it from. I even forgot what it was. I forgot the name of it. I grow so much. It's like a roselle, something like that. Rodale, something. I forgot. It's in the hibiscus family. Anyway, it's delicious. It makes the leaves, the petals are good in tea, and the seeds. I posted a long time ago. Somebody tell me the name of that damn thing. So I grow a bunch of them, and the flower's pretty as all heck. And I got a good brother of mine. He makes wine from it. Not in America. Hell no. Not no damn America. Put you in prison for that. Same reason I don't grow no illegal plants, because all my neighbors agree with throwing me in prison, letting me die, millions of people, because I'm growing a damn plant. So anyway, so it's not done. It's not done. It's more abuse, more consumption of energy and productivity. See, the weeds have figured out if they look like certain plants, they can get away with other things. So weeds have figured out how to change their color, how to put thorn spikes on, how to mimic the look of other plants. And that's what this one did. I'm not sure if that's a weed or not, and I'm gonna wrap this one up. But I retransplanted in a bunch of different pots. I was taking them, putting them in pots, growing them, getting them healthy, get bigger pots, organic soil, put some bone meal in there, mix it around. I like the sand, put sand in there, I put clay. I make my own soils. And I like the other thing is a diatomaceous earth. Get a little diatomaceous earth in there, because that's the asteroid dust from all over the planet and the coral that they've harvested millions of years old. Get it in my pots, get it going good. And I'm growing weeds probably. I don't know, maybe. But consumption of energy. Everything is out there to abuse something else, to consume, to put as little effort in to collect as much ROI as possible. That's how I know. All of that to just say, that's how I know Stacy's right. When we are done, they will not be bailing out the banks. The only reason they bailed out the banks was for one reason: because they abuse us. Banks and money are why we go to work. If there are no banks and money, we won't work for them. We won't vote for them. We won't help them to eradicate us and the next generation, because that's where all this is going. ROI. Why in the hell would Rothschilds and Rockefellers want us to be on this planet? But that's conspiracy! Right. The weed conspired against the plant from Home Depot. The bird conspired against the dummy that put the pots on his porch. The dummy put the pots on his porch because he wanted to conspire against the weeds to get things growing in this climate that's not supposed to be in this climate, because he lives in a country where he gotta grow his own damn food, because everything in the grocery store is poison, because the farmers are conspiring against the dummy who planted the weeds in the pot with the weeds grew, because the farmers are lazy. ROI, consumption of energy, so the farmers don't want to grow anything natural. They want to put chemicals in everything so they can sit on big columbines and just drive massive tractors instead of getting in the earth and growing plants the way they're supposed to grow. And why do they do that? Because the government wants to make money, and the government is crony. It's always been socialist for elitists, so it became an oligarchy, corporatocracy, then oligarchy. So the little farmer couldn't make it. They had to become the big farmers, and the ones that didn't, they bought their farms, made them bankrupt anyway. So all the natural farmers went away. So all you got now are chemical farmers who buy chemicals from the chemical companies. Why? Because the chemical companies, who know they're giving you cancer, don't really give a damn. Why? Because consumption of energy. You'll eat the food with the poison on it, so that's what they do. Did I put too much in there? All right, I probably put too much in there. All of that, all of that to simply say, and I look at comments now, all of that to simply say, your government will not be telling you about free energy, because that would literally be like you walking into your job and saying, I quit, before you got a savings. I quit before you got another job. Government isn't going to walk away from having one of the easiest jobs on this planet, lying to you on the media, knowing that you're going to post it on Facebook, knowing you're going to believe it, and knowing you're going to go vote for them, and they haven't done a damn thing. Is that too much? Is that too much? All right, somebody said I think I need more coffee. Yeah, Deborah, all right, let me go back to the comments. Let me go back to comments and see what y'all are thinking. That's what I'm thinking. USS Liberty anniversary, yes, it is coming up. Augustine, it is June 8th. Yes, the USS Liberty anniversary is coming up. Free the slaves. Yes, Stacy, I say we free the slaves, but in reality, that's us. We got to free ourselves. If we don't want to free ourselves, like Harriet Tubman said, we don't want to free ourselves. Ain't nobody going to free us but us. It makes me think about slavery. Like I said, the slave catchers never went away. Slave catchers never went away. I know I got a slave catcher picture up here. They never went away. Why? Because they were great for fear. And as long as you have something that is great for fear, it's never going to go away. They're just your modern DHS and police, and the laws have changed. They're still catching slaves. They just catch them for different reasons, right? They don't catch them because they ran off a plantation. They catch them because they were growing a plant. They catch them because they didn't pay their taxes. They catch them because, I don't know, they did something, the grass grew too high. and they didn't pay the fine for it. They catch them because they were caught speeding in a car, and they send the slave catchers out to go get them. Why? Fear. Fear. When you make it, and I know y'all want to blame the police because this is what people like to do. It's just, all right, it's like this. If you're standing there and y'all playing a slap contest, y'all doing that Russian slap contest, because we used to do that as kids. We used to slap box. We used to chak, chak, it's like how we learn how to box. But anyway, you're standing there and you're playing slap box, and somebody slaps the hell out you, like, back. You get upset. Your first response is to blame the hand, not the person. Not the person who hit you, right? Because I think it's a breakdown in the brain. I know that's not your response. When somebody hits you, you hit them back. Them, not their hand. But when the police come after you, DHS, FBI, CIA, MI6, what do? Do you go after them, or do you go after those who sent them? Do you go after the hand, or do you go after the jaw that sent the hand, that's connected to the brain that sent the hand to slap the hell out of you? See, the way my mind thinks, I'm going after the brain. I'm going after the jaw. I'm going after something that's going to affect the brain that sent the hand to slap the hell out of me. Slave catchers weren't the problem. Police aren't the problem. They were people who were given an ROI, a great ROI, in a layer of fools, making it more productive for them to earn money by catching slaves, because all the jobs were taken by the slaves, right? They were poor farmers. They worked on the farm. Less than 2% of the people were landowners. And those landowners needed the cheapest labor. So they didn't want the daggone Irish, because the Irish kept running off the damn plantations, hiding in the population. So they needed something a little more obvious. They didn't have paint at that time to paint X's on people's faces, so they went and got people that was a little darker from the Arabs. ROI, because they get a better ROI on free labor than paying them poor whites. So the poor whites lost their jobs, which is why the vast majority had nothing to do with no damn slavery, because it was taking their jobs. Look at them today. ROI. And then on top of that, the government says, okay, so we got all of these poor whites, what are we gonna do with them? Well, if we don't give them jobs, they're gonna revolt. So what do? We give them jobs catching slaves. Everybody's happy. Everybody's making money. Everybody's utilizing as little effort as possible to get as much back. The greatest profit for their effort. Just how the world works. How the world works. But like Stacy said, we can either free ourselves, we can exit the slave minds that we have, because the slave catchers didn't go nowhere, or we can keep them. What you want to do. But it means you got to stand up for your neighbor. You got to stand up for people you don't know. You got to accept the fact that there are no weeds. There are no human weeds. Everything has a purpose on this planet. Everything has a purpose. Everything is connected. Weeds have a purpose. People don't like weeds. What's the purpose of weeds? The purpose of weeds is to take excess nitrates out the ground. It's not there to ruin your day. It's not there to ruin your garden. They're there because they're excess nitrates, and if something doesn't take the excess nitrates out, the soil will die. They have a purpose. Everything has a purpose. The people in Yemen have a purpose. The people in the Congo have a purpose. The people everywhere have a purpose. But we murder them and steal what they have. And the government continues to do that, not because they're crazy. I think they're psychopathic, but we've allowed them to do that. We vote for them. We let them know it is okay to maximize your profit. Instead of doing some damn work your damn self, you can go murder other people over there, steal what they got, take their land, make them hate us in the future, and I'm gonna keep voting for you. Getting kind of close to home for anybody? I hope so. Hope so. This is for us to think. We need to think through this stuff. We got real problems to solve, and hate speech ain't one of them. It's all in your fear and your slave mind. Being okay with any type of way of getting profit. But there are no weeds. And algae is another example. Algae in my pond. Algae's supposed to be there, dummy. It means that you built a pond, excess nitrates. What does algae do? Comes in to save the fish, because everything in the ecosystem has a balance. Everything's for a purpose. Sucks the excess nitrates out of the water so the fish don't die. So you don't have a red tide. Everything has a purpose. Don't just go kill things because you can kill them because it's cheap. Nikola Tesla had a purpose. That's what I think. I know y'all think it's crazy. I think it's real. I think Nikola Tesla was sent here. I think everybody has a gift, and he had a gift, and his gift to give to the world was free energy. Something sent him here. Something, just a world collective, I don't know. Us, soul, spirit, said we need somebody to create free energy. Free energy exists. And this brother went to sleep, woke up, free energy! And then your government decided to keep it from him. I don't know. Is it just me? I just think it's kind of weird. I just think it's a little weird voting for people who want to keep you slaves. Voting for people who want to keep you in conflict because they don't want to let you know they have high energy devices that could free the world, could free the human race. What greater sellout could there be? Sellout is probably the wrong word. They're just a little more evolved than what we are in government. They've just figured out a little bit easier how to collect more energy on less work. All right. Let's see. We need to all grow illegal stuff, break all the laws. Can't arrest us all. Let's get loud and rowdy already. We just need to stick together and say no. Start in the schools. Now, okay, who's that? Brenda? Brenda, I agree with you. I do. And when we all line up together, we get on camera, everybody hold their cannabis seeds. And we all gonna plan them together. All right, I go with it. But until then, oh no, Deborah. Oh no. I live in a country full of slave mentality. Oh no, they love slavery. All of them. All they vote for, they 2020 about to go out and vote for it right now. All of them. They love this idea of slave catchers coming to get me because I grow something. So when they're all willing to do it, when they're done with slavery, when they really want to emancipate their own mind from mental slavery, I get with you. I like the yellow vest. I get with you. But until then, most people around me, they want a police state. They want slavery because they're doing pretty good on it. They're pretty high up in the plantation. They get to pour the Kool-Aid for massa, get to pour the tea. So when more people exit the slave mind, then great. Not yet. Have you heard one of the oldest slave ships has been found and confirmed that horrifying history of slavery? Well, you know what? I don't think it's horrifying, Miss T. I think that's awesome. I think it's awesome. I think they need to send expeditions down. They need to pull it up. They need to put it prominent somewhere so we can see it. All history is important. Our history, it reminds us of where we came from. If we know where we came from, we know not to go back there. And it reminds us of what actually has not changed. Because what I would do is get that slave ship up, prop it up, put it on the stand right on the White House lawn. Boom! Did somebody burn himself on the White House lawn yesterday or something like that? I didn't see the news. I heard something about that. Boom! I put that slave ship right on the White House lawn. Big old slave ship. Or maybe it have to be a replica of it, something. So everybody say, "Oh, that's horrible! Oh my God, slavery! Oh Lord Jesus!" And you know what I do? I get one of them sheriff vans. The sheriff vans where they go get the slaves every day and they take them around to the Clinton plantation and the Trump plantation and this plantation. All the wealthy people and everybody get the lawn care and all they hate slavery, but they got slave prison labor. The school districts and local government, and everybody using all the slave labor. And I put like a sheriff van on the stake right next to it. Slavery never ended. Never ended. All they did was make it all inclusive, so everybody. You gotta respect the swag of these banks. These banks, they know what they're doing. These boys, these some bad boys. They figured out how to get everybody to love being slaves and keep voting for it. Always love listening to you. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Arturo. It's not my work. Not my work, brother. It's these people right here. It's these people on Facebook. It's these people, and maybe the AI just keeps showing me things on my timeline and send me in a direction. But you know what? I question everything. Like I watch the news and I try to look for what I'm not supposed to see. I look at their source. Like here's a good example. I was looking at CGTN this morning. A lot of China news. I don't just look at RT news. Some people watch RT news like, oh, I'm gonna watch RT news. I know what he's gonna talk about. No, you don't, because I jump around. I was watching CGTN this morning. China something news, television, government network, something like that. Everything was about trade war. Trade war, trade war, trade war, trade war, trade war, trade. Why? And then a bunch of happy stuff. Like sometimes when I'm tired and I'm like annoyed with like all the wars and killing and everything, I'll go look at CGTN because it's happy stuff. They're always happy. They always have happy stuff. If you look at the news and where it's from, you can figure out and what they're saying and what they're not saying. You can see the narrative they're trying to create for their people. And so China, they're trying to make people happy and proud of their government, all the good things and what they're doing, and solar panels and wind vanes and how they're saving things. And China got these people called the blue hats now. The blue hats are supposed to be like the white helmets, but the blue hats, and they go around saving world peace. It makes you feel good to be Chinese. A lot of happy stories about nature, fun music, and so I know the people there are being starved, probably like people here, because they're trying to pump up this narrative of being happy. And this morning, like, my goodness, I want to say every second news article was about the trade war. I love trade wars. Because trade war is going to hurt Chinese billionaires. So they're scared to death, and they want to make sure everyone in their country thinks that the trade wars are bad. Trade wars are fantastic. I love trade wars. I can't tell you how to spell tariff. I spell it wrong half the time with a bunch of other words I throw out there. I don't know if it's 2 R's or 1 F, so how many R's and F's in there. But what I do know is the mass media in China and around the world, they hate trade wars. They hate them things. Why? Because when you turn on the news, what do you see? Trade war, trade war, trade war, trade war. Horrible, 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 horrible. They don't like it, so I love it. I don't have to know why. I can speculate as to why. I think because trade wars, they help hurt local business. They're completely anti-sustainability, but it doesn't really matter. The media wants you to think everybody hates trade wars. The media wants everybody to hate trade wars. The media is owned by the billionaires, so the billionaires don't like trade wars. So I like trade wars. I just think they're not being deployed wide enough. I like tariffs. To me, it's just local billionaires want to become multi-billionaires, and local millionaires want to become multi-millionaires. And so they want to sell over to the next town and beat out the little guy in the next town, and in the next state, and in the next continent. So I don't like trade wars at all. But if you look at the news, you can see who they're trying to lie to and why. You know, I like Russia because Russia trolls America all the time. I want to know the opposite side of the debate. I don't want to know what political people in America know. That's stupid. That's dumb. That just plays me against somebody else in America or the government playing. You know, I don't want to know none of that. So I look at Russia when I want to know what's going on in America. If I were in Russia, I'd probably watch an American news. If I was in China, watching something. But if you watch your own news in your own country, you might as well just say, hey, I love slavery. I love the plantation. Give me the plantation news. Tell me who I should be fighting on the plantation and not the plantation. I watch Al Jazeera sometimes, but I can't watch Al Jazeera all that often. Because Al Jazeera, and they're all bought and sold for. People start saying, oh, this is bought and sold for, this is not. They're all lying. But they're designed to lie to certain people. Al Jazeera is horrible. Why? Because it comes out of Middle East and Africa. They have the weakest militaries. So they're who we're murdering the most. You know, and so, yeah, the news is not happy at all. It's horrible news. I look at RT America, and that's run by Rick Sanchez, right? Latin America. Horrible news. It's very impacting, but they don't have militaries. They don't have nukes, and so we're killing them. Why? ROI. It's cheaper to kill people than to do it your own self. And most of the people in America getting ready to vote for their next 2020. So guess what? Bombs will drop. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Because Americans want $4 lattes. That's why I don't vote. That's why I don't vote. Anyway, the brain is the center of this war game. It absolutely is, Stacy. It is an information war. It is completely an information war. You know, free energy is an important topic, but you don't see about anywhere in the news. None of your politicians talk about it. Why? Because if they actually say free energy, they created. How many inventors now? 30 or 40 different free energy devices, and that's not allowed on your 2020 political stances. What they call them, talking points and campaign promises. Ain't gonna be no release Nikola Tesla notes on anybody's campaign promise. Why? Because they all agree with you being a slave. They all agree with the plantation. That's why I'm not a government guy. Not a government guy. Don't hate the government, I just understand what it is. It's a system that's developed for ROI. And the dumber your population, the less the government has to do, the more it's gonna do of that, which is lying. How often do we even think about those who never even made it to their destination? Bad upon worse. Misty, we don't think about anybody but ourselves. Why? Because that's really the narrative that they promote. The narrative that they promote is they give people pride in themselves, pride in their group, pride in their religions, pride in things. And so you develop a group of people who are super selfish, super self-focused, extremely immature. That's why I say it's about growing up. Everything on earth has a purpose. It lies to be convinced that the world is our enemy. Exactly, Arturo. This thing has just been designed and it's been balanced and it works. Leave everything alone. And that's why we were called to be stewards of the planet, not dominators of the planet. Stewards. What do you are when you're a steward? Let me show you this. When you're a steward, hold on. When you're a steward, the AV team is messing up. There you go. When you're a steward, you understand the weeds got a purpose. You might be planting weeds. All right, I'm laughing at myself. It's silly to me. I got the pots, the big old pots, and I got my weeds growing. But the weeds have a purpose. I'm not gonna go get no Monsanto spray and spray them in the pots. I'm gonna take the weeds, if they are weeds and not what I planted, I'm gonna put them in the ground. Everything has a purpose. I don't need to know why the kids in Yemen are there. I don't need to know why kids in Africa are making devices to where they're using their urine to create electricity. I don't need to know why they're there. All I need to know is they're my family and I shouldn't be killing them. And I shouldn't be helping somebody in government kill them because I'm scared of somebody else. I'm scared of the Republicans. I'm scared of the Democrats. I can't have nothing to do with that. We're all one. We're all one. We could be murdering 8 Nikola Teslas a day, dropping 100 bombs a day, holding the world back. Makes no sense to me. All right. Ann says it's the truth. I appreciate your agreement, Ann. And the only way I even know what I'm saying is making sense is y'all agree or disagree. That's everybody's perspective is allowed here. Everybody. If anybody's new that shows up, say what you feel. Say what you think. Say your experience so we can all learn from it. I don't know everything. Shoot, I know very few things. I just try to think through things and I go back and I read your comments and I try to see if it actually makes sense. We need the truth if we want to change the system. Absolutely, Stacy. The first step is not to fight. The first step is to figure out what's true, to make sure we're not fighting a side effect and we're actually fighting the root cause, the root problem. And the way my brain works, everything keeps going back to energy. It all keeps going back to money and banking. Before they flip the script on us and they got robots and automation to take care of the critical services that the elite need while they let us go murder each other and collapse the banks. So what I would do, that's what I always do. I put myself in those positions and people don't understand that. And they're like, oh, you would do the psychopathic thing and kill people. No. I look at how things evolve. This is why I like to think about evolution and how we got here, how we got to such a crazy, psychopathic, immature, unsentient position. And if for me, everything was ROI and I'm competing against the other side, eventually I'd get to a place, if I had a central bank, where I need to fight the other central banks. I need to stay on top. I need to lie better. I need to have more corporations. I got to have kids that are inbreeding like the Rothschilds and keeping it all in so we're more powerful to take on the other side. Everything's about competition, whether it's poor people in the hood over jobs and who can sweep the porch and homeless people and who can get the cart to the food fast to get the food. Everything is always competing against each other. And if I were them, that's exactly what I would do, simply because robots are a better ROI. That's why down the damn street they got Marty and Giant. Oh my God, I can't believe this. I barely go to Giant anymore. I can't stand it. They got the damn Marty robot and Giant 6 foot tall robot walking around telling the humans what to do. This ends well. Yes, it's a robot that tells the humans when there's a spill on the ground. When another human spilled something, that another human needs to come pick it up. Talking about some slavery. It ends well. All right. Let me see. What is this? Go check out Trump's. Go check out Trump's latest tweet this morning. I don't want to, Stacey. I'm not going to. I don't really care. Like, I don't really care what billionaires are up to. I don't care what governments are. Like, that has nothing to do with my day. It has nothing to do with me. Like at the beginning, when people start the conversation, all right, Obama said, "Dang, that's none of my business." But Trump, it's none of my business. You know, the billion, that's none of my business. The China, that really ain't my business. I'm not on that level. I'm not competing at that level. And I don't care about people competing on that level because it has nothing to do with my day and the people I love the most, and my neighbors and people around me. It has nothing to do with them. When we stop paying attention to these people, then they start paying attention to us. It's another reason not to vote. Why? Because they're paying attention. They don't pay attention to how you vote. I don't think they care how you vote. I mean, the people on the politician level, because they want to pull the lever and order the drone strike, while they complain about the other guy ordering the drone strike. But they pay attention to y'all vote. They don't care who you vote for. They just want to make sure that you're still pulling that lever. As long as you're pulling that lever, you agree with the plantation. They want to make sure you agree with slavery. They want to make sure you agree with mass incarceration. They want to make sure you agree with bombing children and stealing resources around them. And as long as you are pulling that lever, it means you agree. It means they're correct. It means they're right. It means they're moral and they're ethical because the majority of you agree with it. And so they'll keep doing it. Last thing the brother told me, he said, not voting is dangerous. I said, oh yeah? Try living in the Congo. A little dangerous, huh? That's why that shirt's cheap as you got on right now. Try living in Honduras. Buy them shoes you got don't cost $100, they only cost $30. Try living in West Bank. Ain't nothing more dangerous. Than taking our collective resources and giving them all of our intellectual property, all of our self, all of our earnings, all of our labor, and giving it to a small group of people who mean us all harm. Ain't nothing more dangerous than that. Nah, they can all go to hell. I'm not really worried about it. It's not my thing. Not my thing. You want your government to pay attention to you, you stop paying attention to them. That's where I'm getting down. All right. It is important to keep your spirit up, otherwise you'll lose. Yeah, yes, it is, Christine. You got to keep your spirit up. You got to make your fight sustainable. Make your fight sustainable. Keep moving forward. That's Brother Jonathan, Yellow Vest Movement. They made that sustainable. They picked the day, Saturday. When nobody doing nothing in France. They did a poll. What y'all do, John? Y'all did a poll? Like, all right, listen. We need to fight the bourgeoisie. You can't pick Monday, right? Because people work on Monday. People don't like Monday. You can't pick Sunday because people go to church, whatever. We gonna pick Saturday morning. Make it sustainable. Nobody's doing nothing. That means every Saturday we can have a sustained protest and everybody will show up. And guess what? It was like week 29, week 30 something. Y'all still at it? Make it sustainable. Whatever you're doing, make it sustainable. And America's not good for that. Americans, they like gestures. They like to get out that Sharpie, boy, and fight them Rothschilds and Rockefellers and central banking. I don't like banking. Get out there one Saturday afternoon and one day, and the banks just sit back and laugh at them. Laugh at them. Wearing everything that they bought from corporations that took loan from the banks. All right, but you got to make it sustainable. You want reality on your reality show? Come one, everyone knows. That's just a name. You want reality on your reality show? Come one. Everyone knows that's just a name. All right, Shiva, that's so high up, sis. You're probably talking about something I talked about 10 minutes ago. Let me get down to comments. Storm has been raging already. Yes, Brenda. Storm has been raining. It was a storm. Trees was everywhere. Damn. Where's that damn harp ship out there floating around messing with the weather? So people can start yelling and screaming about climate change. That's how they do it. They put that heart chip off the planet. They screw with the atmosphere. People say, that's crazy talk. Go back to 1940 when was it 1940 or 1950 where all the nations got together and they signed the agreement that they will not use geo weapons against other populations, but they can use them against their own population so they can experiment on the weather in their own country, not on other countries, but weather weapons don't exist. That's not a harp ship. Yeah, okay. They're out there messing with the weather, so gardeners like me will complain about it and say, see, climate change. Give me more of your rights, give me more of your money. You need to be scared of the president. President doesn't believe in climate change. I don't care about what the president believes. I understand geoengineering is a technology. Weather weapons have always existed for decades. If you think the government would not use a weapon for more fear and control, then you don't know the purpose of government. Government is there to keep you scared, to keep you controlled. That's it. So they don't need us anymore. All right. Where are you going? Let me see. Masters of War. Dylan, great song. Yeah, and we are the Masters of War. We're the Masters of War because we normalize war, and I think we shouldn't keep normalizing this thing to the next generation. We need to let it in. Let me see. What are the comments? You and I are free energy. Oh, go on, Walter. Go on with your bad self. Yeah, we are. We're free energy. Yes, we absolutely are. Let me find a slavery picture. Y'all see this picture right here? This is what Brother Walter's saying. We are free energy because we are free. We don't fight nothing. We go along with everything. We're right there. We're not the ones running off the plantation. We're the ones still on the plantation. We're the ones that told on the people who ran off the plantation. Be the free energy on the plantation, cheering it, still voting. They're still making laws. People still voting. We on the plantation like, hey, master then ran off the. I done told Tupelo and Mary that they need to stay on the plantation. They done ran off. They don't want to follow the laws. They don't believe in the war on drugs. They don't believe in Democrats and Republicans. They don't believe in government. They ran off the plantation. Government, you need to get them slave catchers and go get them. That's us. We are free energy. Because government doesn't pay a damn thing for us. They got our loyalty locked up. Little I voted sticker. I'm sorry, I gotta show you something real quick. Then we'll get out of here. This I voted sticker. I guess, I was thinking about it. It tickles me. It's funny the other day. I was thinking they give us stickers for voting. Stickers. Stickers. Like, just to process it for a minute. And for a minute, I was just thinking like I was a little kid in the back of my mama car. We go to the bank. We go to the worst criminals on the planet, the whole system that enslaves everybody. Here I am in the backseat. Mama, do they got lollipops? In the bank, hand over the lollipop. I got my lollipop. I love the bank. I love the bank. Mama, I can't. Your mama leave the house. Mama, where you going? Oh, I'm going to the bank, baby. You're going to the bank? Mama, I want to go to the bank. I'm going to the bank. You see how that works? You see how that works? You know why they give you Happy Meals when you buy processed food full of pesticides? Why they give you Happy Meals? Why they give you toys? You know, I put a little toy in the cereal box. You open it. I can't wait. The tricks. It's going to be some tricks in the trick. There's going to be some tricks in there. And I got my toy. There's tricks in there. The trick is called cancer. It's called sugar. It's called a carcinogen. I was thinking about that. As people go vote, and we get these I voted stickers. That guy is sticker. You know what? If I go back on my timeline, I bet you I think I have a picture. I took my I voted sticker, put it on the back of my phone. I was so proud of it. One year, I put my I voted sticker on the back of my laptop. So I go to the cafe, sit down, and everybody see I voted. That's right, and I got my sticker. Got my sticker. It's like it wasn't processing until just yesterday. I'm like, damn, we literally vote for murder. And they give us I voted stickers and we just can't stop. Because I'm trying to process like why people still say just so ingrained in it. And I don't want this to be the I didn't vote, I'm not going to vote evangelical ministry, anything. I'm just telling you what I'm thinking about, conversations I'm having. The last point I made to the brother about the whole I need to go vote nonsense. I said, well, who's telling you to vote? Art of war. You know who your enemy is. Who is your enemy? Or who opposes you? Who is abusing your labor? Big banks, media, central banking, government, those stealing your rights. Not Iran. Iran's got your constitution back. Iran didn't do nothing against your constitution. But you're mad at Iran, mad at China. But the banks, big corporations, big pharma, television, what do they all say? Go vote. Doesn't that tell you everything that you need to know? If your enemy says, send your army to the left. That's your enemy. Do you want to send your army to the left or you want to send your army to the right? That's what my head is doing. Anyway, I ain't going. This is Gerard. Y'all have a great day. Art of War. If your enemy says, put your guns down. Please don't put your gun down. Don't put your gun down. It's not gonna end well. It's not. I seen the book. I read the book. I seen the movie and the book. And I heard the audio book too. The enemy says, put your gun down. Don't put your gun down. The enemy says, go vote. That's not be doing. There's nothing more dangerous than for you to do precisely what your slave masters tell you to do. It's Gerard. I had to go. Love y'all to death. There's no such thing as weeds, and the only purpose of government is fear management. Stop with the fear. I gotta go. Y'all have a great day. Love y'all to death. Bye-bye.